Yo, what's up, guys? This your boy, Mr. Cheap Sense here. As you, some of you, I should say, I think I had up to about five viewers when I was actually in TJ Maxx. I believe was the last spot I was in, um, and today was not a total bust. What's happening, homie? Today was not a total bust. Walk away with three pretty decent, well, one great fragrance and two pretty decent ones. Um, I went to Marshall's number one, and we'll start with that one. What's happening, yo? So I'm walking around in Marshall's, as y'all saw the video already, and they were like Afghanistan, man, like bombed out and depleted. Like I don't, they don't have jack shit in there. They had maybe. All right, my bad, y'all. I always get phone calls at the wrong times or the right times, if you want to look at it that way. But anyway, um, I was in Marshalls. They didn't have jack shit. They did have CK1 Summer, which I was kind of interested in, but I knew nothing about. I've heard Joy I mean say good things about it. I watched Robes '08 video on it, and he talked good about it. He said there's a nice watermelon, a nice cucumber note in that. On his skin, he got more cucumber. On his wife's skin or his girlfriend, she got more watermelon. He said it was a pretty good summer scent. You can wear it in the springtime if you can't wait for summer to get here. But um, for the price, I don't think it was bad. But I passed on it. For one, I found something even better than that, which is something I've been wanting to get my hands on since I've heard about it. And that fragrance is, as you already know, Invictus. And I did not find this in the men's section. I actually had to venture over to the women's section. And as I was looking, there was a lady and a little girl standing in front of me. So in the video, you'll see me standing there waiting. And I saw it, and I was praying that she didn't reach up and grab it, but she didn't. So as soon as they moved, you saw me jump up, and I started, looking through, and then I picked this up, and this actually was $44.95. So I could not pass on this one, and I actually have it already sprayed on my forearm here, and I've smelled this before in Ulta, and this is a very nice scent. I won't sit here and say that it is the greatest aquatic fragrance that I've ever smelled because I'd be lying. And I've heard a lot of people talk very highly of this fragrance. Now, the original batch of this may have been, but this is a reformulated version. And as I was told, that this is, I believe, the 2018 version. And it smells good. It's very nice. You do get that sea saltiness. You get the freshness, the whole aquatic thing. Very nice. And hold on, let me grab something. And I am, and at some point in time, gonna do a whole nother video on aquatics. But when I smelled this fragrance, it instantly put me in the mind frame of some of my other aquatics that I have. Um, a lot of people don't like this bottle, being that it looks kind of like a trophy or whatever. But I give two shits about that. It's most of the time what's inside the juice itself. I like this, but I have something that smells a little bit stronger than this that is just as good, and I got hella compliments. I got at least 6 or 7 compliments when I wore this to work, and that is Bulgari Aquamarine. And this thing is a beast. And I'm not saying this beast mode, it's a beast. This thing projected so great when I walked through a unit at the hospital. I got mad compliments. People were running down the hallway trying to tell me. The one compliment, if you go back and watch the video I did on this one, it was a while back, like when I first started doing videos. And two young ladies, nurses, were in the, I believe it was the CCU unit, and I walked through, and they caught me, and well, they didn't stop me, they stopped my coworker, the one I told you about who always talks about his Invictus. They stopped him and they asked him which one of us was smelling so good, and admittedly he said that's him. And I came back, and they were like, well, anytime you want to come through here smelling like that, you can. And from that point on, right then, I got compliments the rest of the day. This fragrance cost me probably about, I want to say maybe 30 or 35 bucks. It might have been a little bit more. It might have been 40. I got it from TJ Maxx, like when I first started my collection. I saw this, and it was another one. I can't remember what it was at the time. It might have been Aqua Amari or something like that. I just know it was in another box that was similar to the one this was in, and I didn't get that one. I got this one, and I'm glad I picked it instead. And as you can see, I've only worn this probably twice, so the juice level is not that far down. But yeah, well, if you see this one, don't be slow on the trigger, because this is a great one. I don't know how you guys feel about aquatic fragrances, but this one is a good one, and I got mad compliments off of this one itself. When I also speak of aquatics, as we're still talking about Invictus Aqua, I have to talk about this one from TJ Maxx, which was $12.99, and it's called Cedar and Salt Sport. And believe it or not, yes, this is an aquatic. And when I first sprayed this, because I seen fire and something else they had, this was the only one that interests me. When I smelled it, I fell in love with it. And this thing is amazing. It lasts a pretty good amount of time. The projection on this is great. And for $12.99, you can't beat it. And then you talk about aquatics, you can't go without talking about Tommy Bahama. This is St. Bart's, another good one. And if you want to go even further than that, another one that I love a lot is Tommy Bahama Set Sail Martinique. If you want to talk aquatic, beautiful scents. And most definitely, you can't go a full conversation when you're talking about aquatics and not bring up the aquatic of all aquatics, Nautica Voyage. Very, very good fragrance, even though it's been reformulated several different times. This is the one, obviously, with the plastic top, the shitty plastic top. It don't even snap onto the bottle anymore, but the juice inside is still good. So if you can find this, you know, I'm pretty sure you can find this cheap enough. I've showed a video in one of my videos earlier that somebody was selling one of these for like $16.99, but you can find it at Ross, TJ Maxx, Burlington. Hell, you can find these in City Trends for like $5. So, but anyway, I do like this fragrance a lot, and I will do a full review on it as soon as I give it a wearing. Hopefully next week sometime. Unless I wear it tonight or tomorrow, then I give you guys another video. But I'm kind of glad I did purchase this one today. If I would have passed, somebody would have found this, and I'd have been still looking for it for a decent price to this day. So If you find this fragrance, pick it up if it's a decent price. And then I want to bring this up before I go any further. I purchased Boss Bottled Intense a couple of days ago from TJ Maxx, and this is the box. And the bottle is a darker color bottle than the original Boss bottle. Well, not the bottle itself, but the juice, I should say, is a darker color. The two most prominent or dominant notes in this fragrance and the original is the apple and the cinnamon that's in it. Whatever else is in it, I'm not sure. I think I did a review on it. If I didn't, I will. But apple and cinnamon are the two dominant notes in this. I wore this when I went to go see Captain Marvel, and it projected good for a few hours, maybe 2 hours, 2.5 hours. Longevity on my skin, probably about 4-5 hours, maybe pushing 6 at a very, very close skin scent. I actually sprayed this on again today as I went to Jacksonville, and on my skin, even with it moisturized, it really didn't last too long on my skin for some reason today. I didn't spray it on my skin last night because I had a long sleeve shirt on. I sprayed it on my neck and one behind each ear, and I hit my shirt. And on my shirt, it's still on the shirt right now, but my skin, it was completely gone. So I do have to give this some more testing, but I like the scent. It's very likable if you like apple pie. That's pretty much what it smells like, a warm or hot apple pie with that apple and cinnamon. Very pleasant. I'm pretty sure I can get compliments off of it, but the 2 days, just last night and today that I've had this on, nothing. So, but it's still a good fragrance. And if you see this one or the original, pick either one of them up. Like I said, the original smells exactly like this one. This one is just a little more intense, a little more stronger, and just a tad bit longer lasting. All right, so yesterday I did a video and I told you guys I picked up Pure Blanc, and I found out the name of the lady. Her name is Karen Lowe. So if you look up Karen Lowe, you will find out about her fragrances. And I'm sorry, guys, my damn comment section keeps dropping off. I picked this one up first, and it smells nice. I already have the dry down on my hand, and it smells like something I've smelled before. So I'm kind of wondering if Karen Lowe and these fragrances are clones. What Hugo Boss was that? This was Boss Bottled Intense is this one, and I have the original Boss bottle. That's what that was. This one is pretty nice. It's okay. It's not the best smelling one from this house. I actually have smelled these in Perfume World in our mall here. And what made me laugh is the fact that this guy in the mall, he's a perfumer, and he sells these for like 45 or 50 bucks. And as you all can see, what I paid for this, $12.99. So there is no fucking way I'm gonna go back to the mall and buy these. And I actually was gonna buy them. Actually, I was gonna buy this one, which is the one I picked up today, and I kicked myself in the ass because I had the black bottle too, and I let somebody get it. And if you go back and watch the video, you'll see what I'm talking about. But I was gonna purchase this one from him because I smelled this one and I like this one and the white bottle that they have like this. The white bottle is pure blanche, not pure, which is this one. It's the other one is the white bottle is Pure Blanche, and the white bottle actually smells similar to Lacoste Pure Blanc. So that's why I'm saying I'm thinking that this is a clone house, because this one actually smells like these two guys. And I know you don't know what these are. These are my decants that I bought from the flea market a while back. This is Polo Red and Polo Red Intense. And this actually smells like both of these. More like the Intense version though. Uh, so if you have Polo Red already or Polo Red Intense, don't buy this one. The only reason why I bought it, honestly, is because of the bottle, and it'll look good on the shelf. Plus, I already have the, I don't know if I can call it a flanker, but I have a flanker to it. And I actually I would have had three, but like I said, I let the other one get away. I left this one and the black one sitting on the shelf while I was, doing my video and not thinking that somebody was gonna come and look and pick it up. But they picked the black one up and left the red one, and it actually was another one of these left, and so that's how that went for me today. But hopefully I'll run across it again. But I need to find out more information about these fragrances and find out if it's actually a clone house or not. Because I swear this smells exactly like Polo Red Extreme. And I did watch a review on this one, which is Pure Blanc. And the guy who did the review said that it smells like something he smelled before. He just couldn't place what it was. And, he did say they smell synthetic, in which I hate that fucking word, generic and synthetic. Because me personally, I don't know what the fuck generic or synthetic smells like. I just know if something smells good or if it smells bad, or if it's too strong or not. And I wish my damn message board would stay up on the damn screen. I don't know what house this is. It just says Pure Blanc for Men, Paris. On the bottom, it just gives you that basic information, your milliliters and stuff like that. It's kind of hard for me to read, but it doesn't really say who the house is, what the house is. All I know is the lady's name is Karen Lowe. That's all I know. And this one is Pure Red for Men, and it just has KL for Karen Lowe and Paris. So I really couldn't tell you, my man. I don't know who the who the house is. Yeah, Citron. I've heard of that, but I don't know nothing about it. Is it as good as Polo? Um, to my nose, it's about the same. It smells about the same to me. I mean, it really depends on how you want to look at it. If you want to go with Polo just because of the name Polo, um, and the bottle is gonna look good on your shelf, then rock with Polo. But uh, if you want to go the cheaper route, this smells just as good, or if not the same, for $12.99, which is a small fraction of the price that you'll pay for a real Polo fragrance. So the choice is really up to you. If you choose to go with Polo, go with Polo. Me personally, it doesn't really matter to me whether it's Polo or whether it's Cornholio. As long as it smells good, I'll rock it. So um, that's just how I see it, guys. I'm real simple. I'm real easy to get along with. Uh, like I'm not in the game just because the name is Louis Vuitton or Red Bottoms or whatever the hell it is. I'm not in the game for that. I'm in the game, number one, first and foremost to get you guys the cheapy fragrances. Um, and these are cheapies, $12.99. You know what I'm saying? Uh, Stuff like this, $12.99. Cedar and salt. I paid like $20 for these. Like you can't beat that. I might have paid like 15, $20 for, Nautica Voyage. I can't speak for Invictus because that's $45. But if you want to look at it as a cheapie, you can. You put a cap on what you decide is cheap. $60 can be your cap and under. uh, you can put 50 on it if you want to stay at $20. I mean, you can find a lot of cheap fragrances for 20 and under and come out just as good. But sometimes you might be a little limited as to what you can find. But sometimes I like to step outside that boundary and purchase one or two fragrances that are a little more pricier. I do have a cap when it comes to that though. But anyway, that's just what I picked up today, guys. I mean, Ross, I didn't even turn my damn camera on. I was already at 20 something percent, and I'm like, why am I gonna waste battery life and it ain't jack shit in here? Like they just had Michael Jordan, they had Adidas, um, a lot of shit that I really don't even rock. You know what I'm saying? I don't even wear that stuff. So um, I didn't even turn my camera on, and then I hit TJ Maxx, which is literally right next door to them, and they had a few fragrances, um, in which, like I said, I picked up this one, and I would have had the black bottle, but I let it slip away. They had a few others like John Varvatos Artisan or Artesian Pure or whatever the hell you call it. Um, I was interested in that one, but somebody told me not to do it. Um, I was interested in, there was like one or two other fragrances that they had. What was it? Ferragamo, um, Black Musk or something like that. Timo, that's what it was. Uh, I saw that one time, and a reviewer said it kind of reminded them of what you call it. um, Here we go with brain fart again. What the fuck? Yeah, Bulgari Black, but I was thinking of Spice Bomb. I'm sorry. That's what I was thinking about, Spice Bomb. I have Bulgari Men in Black. I don't have any of the other ones. It's okay. I don't really rock it that much. Yeah, me personally, I don't even like talking about Aventus anymore, man. I'm so burned out on Aventus talk. Like I don't have any Aventus, and I smelled Aventus, like I said, and when I was in Atlanta, and I wasn't impressed. To be honest with you, I wasn't impressed by it at all. I mean, it smelled to me, that and Club De Nuit Intense, man, to me smelled identical. Now the pineapple versus the lemon note, and yes, Aventus may be smoother on the opening than Club De Nuit Intense man is, but to me on the dry down, they smelled like similar to me. They were like neck and neck, and I'm just so tired of hearing people talk about Aventus is the king of this and it's the king of that. Everybody can't afford that high ass shit. And I can't even afford a damn decant of it because the dude was gonna sell me a little small ass decant like this big for like $50. You must be out your fucking mind. I paid $15 for this. Like that was more reasonable. If he was gonna give me a decant like this and charge me like 15, maybe $20 for it, because I can understand the price point of it being what it is. I'll take a decant of this for like 15, $20 versus that little bitty thing he was trying to give me. Like, nah, I can't rock like that, homie. Sorry. But I didn't see too much of anything else, and I'm kind of happy with the purchases I did make today, especially with the Invictus Aqua. I'm definitely proud and happy to have this one. I do have Invictus Intense, which is another great fragrance. It's more grown up than the original. People keep saying bubblegummy with the original and all that kind of crap, but you know, a fragrance is what it's gonna be. Some fragrances are gonna be sweet as hell. Some of them are gonna be soft, kind of sweet. Some of them are not gonna be sweet at all. Some are gonna be too harsh. Some are gonna be this and that, and everybody has a preference. So, to the people who say it's too bubblegummy, it's too juvenile, and yada yada yada, that's you guys' opinion. There are people out there who live and die by, you know, those sweeter fragrances. There are people out there who live and die by Aventus and Green Irish Tweed and all those other high ass fragrances. And me personally, I'm just burnt out on Aventus. Period. Um, that's just me, man. I mean, I'm not trying to tell you not to mention it, not to bring it up, because we can have discussions about it. But you know, it's almost every time I turn on YouTube, I always see something that has that fucking bottle with Aventus on it somewhere, and it just gets annoying to me, especially the fact that I can buy it, but I would put myself in a bind trying to be like everybody else. And I like to be myself. I rock with what I rock with. I like what I like. And apparently you guys like it because, you know, you stay tuned in to my channels. You watch my videos. If you can't catch the lives, you leave comments and questions and suggestions. And, you know what I'm saying? I appreciate y'all for that. I rock like that with y'all. So, let's see. Yeah. This guy right here is the one you was just talking about. Tahitian Waters. This motherfucker here eluded me for so goddamn long. Y'all just don't know. I talked about this damn uh fragrance for so long, ever since I've heard Joy I mean and maybe a few other people talk about it. A lot of people don't like it because they say it smells synthetic. Oh, it's generic. Who gives two fucks? This shit smells amazing. I saw it in Ross once or twice. Once, matter of fact. And I went to go get it and it was gone. And then I kept going in there time and time. I tried to order it online. It was always out of stock. And finally, I walked into Ross one day and this son bitch was on the damn shelf. And I grabbed it. And I wouldn't have gave a fuck if this bitch was $60. I would have bought it. Because it was just the thrill of the hunt for this son bitch. And I finally got it in my possession. And this shit is amazing. I got so many compliments when I wore this to work. The bottle presentation is the shit. It has this fucking mirror type finish. You can see every goddamn thing. It holds fingerprints, but I don't care nothing about that. I'm not gonna sit and keep wiping this fucking bottle off. Atomizer is great. It smells good. You can see through it if you hold it up to the light. I think I paid like $15 or $20 for this. And the box presentation is nice. It's like a fucking casket that this shit is sitting in. It's nice. Another one that eluded me like that was Ferragamo F Black. I chased that motherfucking fragrance for months. And every time I saw it in Ross, the same thing happened with this one. I didn't have money. I didn't get paid yet. And this was before I realized that I could ask them to hold something for me and it'll come in one day and then the next day it'll be gone. I'll come back, payday, it's gone. One day I walked in and she was like, "Oh, I know what you're looking for. We don't have it." And my instincts kept telling me to go look anyway. So I walked towards the shelving and right at the bottom of the very bottom shelf, pushed all the way in the back, and it was the only fragrance at the bottom shelf, period. And it was the big bottle of that shit sitting down there, and I grabbed it, and I was damn near about to hump that motherfucker in the store. I bought it, and I've worn it a few times, and it just sits on my shelf and collects dust. I give two fucks if I ever wear it again. I'm just glad I got it. That and this, them two some bitches was like the Moby Dicks of my collection. I'm not lying to you guys. If y'all could have seen how obsessed I was with these two, the F Black was the first one I went through my Moby Dick stage with, and then this one was the second one. Now they do have one English Laundry called London. It's in a blue bottle, and that one has blueberry and something else in it. And I want that one, and I can never find it even online. It's always out of stock. And before anybody, because I can't see my comment section right now, but before anybody says go on eBay, I don't fuck with eBay. I don't fuck with eBay. I don't fuck with Craigslist. I don't fuck with any of them websites like that. I don't trust people like that. I don't do it, bruh. So please don't jump in here and say try eBay and try this and try that. I don't rock with eBay like that. Okay, that's what's up. Why in the fuck do my messages? I'm not understanding why I can't. Why does it keep disappearing on me like this? I'm trying to read y'all's comments and it won't stay on the damn screen. Every time I try to scroll back through, it keeps disappearing on me. I don't know what the fuck going on with this shit, man. It's fucking ridiculous. All right, let's see. I'm gonna play with this for a second, guys. Y'all keep talking if you're talking. I'm trying to figure out why my damn comment section won't stay up. It's annoying. Oh, what the fuck, man? I don't know what the fuck going on. I can't even I can't even read y'all's messages because this shit keeps damn disappearing on me. Tahitian waters. I don't know if Tahitian waters smell like anything else that I've ever smelled before. It really is just a fruity, very sweet type fragrance. That's all I can say about it. On my skin, it lasts at least about I don't know, about 6 hours, pushing 7 hours if I don't reapply. But I like to reapply because I like how it smells. I get mad compliments when it comes to Tahitian waters. Um, if you ever see this fragrance anywhere and it's in the ballpark of about 20, 25 or less, because English Laundry fragrances run you anywhere from $10 to $15, uh, maxing out maybe at 20, depending on where you find it. But I think I found this one for 20, and the rest of them I have are like, between 10 and $15. I have some smaller bottles, four of them that came together around Christmas time. Um, that smell great also. Um, Only thing I can say, man, is if you see it, just pick it up. You can't go wrong. The House of English Laundry is a house that's not talked about a lot in the fragrance world, and mainly because people like to say it's generic or um, synthetic smelling and all that kind of crap. But um, I think they do pretty well. Some of those fragrances do mimic other fragrances. They have one that smells like Versace arrows, and I did a video on that also. Damn, my phone slide. They did one. Let's see. Signature kind of smells like something else they said, but to me, Signature and Arrogant smell alike to me, and I really don't like those because they're kind of powdery, like a sharp powdery. I don't really rock with them like that. He got out of a ticket with a Calvin Klein fragrance. What Calvin Klein fragrance was it though? This is so annoying that these y'all's messages keep. I've never heard of Liquid Gold by Euphoria. Now I've had the original Euphoria for men, and that's a pretty good one. Yeah, you're right. English Laundry fragrances do retail for about 60 to 85 bucks. I've seen one go for as much as $100 online, but I won't pay that price for it. And the one I'm looking for called London is about $80 to $90, and I'm not gonna pay that kind of price for it. Um, I bet you that. Now, despite what I said earlier, I do be talking shit most of the time. And if Tahitian waters would have been anything over $60, I wouldn't have bought it. So, sometimes you have to take what I say at face value because I do joke around a lot. Um, but it is a great fragrance, and the House of English Laundry is a great house. Um, I don't think they can compete with some of those other bigger name brands, but they're not too far away. Like if Versace House is here, English Laundry is like right here. To in my book. Um, Damn, I can't believe this shit is acting up on me like this, man. I really wish I could get my other phone fixed. I got another big ass phone that I need to get fixed. It's like $70 to replace the screen on it. That's the one you usually see me use to read off notes. But um, that Valentino Uomo that I found earlier, I almost bought it, until I realized it was a aftershave balm, and it was pretty cheap. I was like, damn, they got this for this cheap, but that wasn't what it was. It wasn't a cologne. It was like an aftershave balm. And I've had these two fragrances on my the back sides of my hands for at least a little over, if not an hour, maybe a little over an hour, and they still are on my skin as if I just sprayed it on. Um, they smell really good. Like I said, the red one, the pure red, smells like Polo Red Extreme, and I don't know what the hell this one smells like, but it smells nice. It's not as nice as this one, but it smells good. I had two young ladies. If you watched the video, I had two young ladies yesterday tell me that uh, before I even purchased it, one, god damn it, one young lady smelled it as I was going in line. She was already at the register, and she said it smelled nice. And then another one was like two people ahead of me, and she smelled it, and she said it smelled good also. So pretty good fragrance. Um, and I apologize for all the movement, guys. I can't get right today. Um, but this is a pretty good one too. If the women like it, then that means that that says a lot about this fragrance. And this one, I don't know. Nobody has smelled this yet around me. So if they like this one, I'm pretty sure they gotta like this one. And I damn sure wish I could have got the black bottle, man. I'm still disappointed about it. I'm blowed, bro. That I even had a mental lapse like that to let a fragrance sit. Um, I just thought that being that I was the only person in that vicinity, um, that it wasn't gonna go nowhere, and I didn't figure that anyone would look at it anyway. Because if you look at the bottle, it's kind of cheesy looking. It wasn't even in a plastic case, so if somebody wanted to steal this, they could have walked right out the door with it. Didn't have any security tags or nothing on it, but you know they have other flankers to it. I want to purchase some more of them, but not if they're smelling like other fragrances, like that white bottle I told you. It smells just like Lacoste, Pure Blanc, or Blanc Pure, or however you want to say it. The white bottle of Lacoste, it smells like that. The black one, it was a little spicy, a little peppery, had a little sweetness to it. I'm not sure what it was supposed to be a clone of, if they were cloning something, but it smelled pretty good. They have a blue bottle, like this color, this aquatic blue looking color. They have one of those that's see through. It's pretty good also. But if you see these fragrances and you don't have Polo Red or Polo Red Extreme, pick this up. $12.99 versus paying 40, 50, $60 for Polo Red, because they have Polo Red. I think it's Polo Red Extreme TJ Maxx across from where I live, and it's like $60 or $66. So before I purchase that one, I'm glad I have this one for $12.99. So that saved me a lot of money. But anyway, I'm not gonna sit on here and bore you guys to death. Yeah, they do need to stop teasing us damn bombs and the body wash and shit. That's exactly what it was. Like a something else I found. It was like a body wash, but it was in the box, kind of like a cologne box. It was in a box like this, but it was a little taller than this, and it kind of threw me off. Um, and I'm glad I looked at it, because I damn sure would have got to the register and purchased that shit and got in my damn vehicle and realized what it was. I'd have been pissed. Because TJ Maxx sometimes be tripping. And they don't like to take shit back. Especially after you done opened it. That's what I like about Ross. Because you can open a fragrance. You can buy it right there at the register and open that son bitch right there at the register. And they'll take it back if you don't like it. That's what I like about Ross. Yeah, Colonia. And I've been looking for Colonia too. I've been looking for it. I haven't found it, but I want it because I heard good things about it. And then the only reason why I bought Aqua Incendiale or Incendial Blue by Ferragamo. This is a pretty good one. I was kind of surprised by this one. It is a little powdery. It almost has like a... I really don't want to use Bleu de Chanel type vibe, but it does kind of have that sharpness to it, like Bleu de Chanel. And I'm not going to spray this on my skin because I already got 3 different fragrances on right now. Piece of tissue because I really don't remember that well. I haven't worn this in a while. Sometimes I'll buy something and I'll only wear it once just to see what kind of reaction I get off of it. And if I don't get a reaction, I probably won't wear it that much. Okay. I'm not going to say it smells like Bleu de Chanel because it doesn't. But it does have that sharpness that Bleu de Chanel has in it. Just like Sauvage. You know, Sauvage has a sharp note to it. That's what it smells like. It has that sharp note to it. It's not a bad fragrance, though. I like it. I like it a lot. And Ferragamo actually is a surprise house to me because I only know Ferragamo for suits and shoes and stuff like that. I don't know them for fragrances. And when I first started buying fragrances from them, I started buying fragrances from them and finding out that more and more that I find out that they pretty good. And that Zegna Uomo, I told you, man. I mean, it's a damn good fragrance for the price. If you can find a 100ml bottle for cheap enough, buy it. If you find it and it's like $25 or $30, I don't recommend that. But if you want it, get it. I think it's not really worth that price, but it's a damn good fragrance. I bought mine for like $20, I believe, for the 100ml bottle. So that was to me a excellent deal, and I've only worn it once, I believe, once or twice. But it's damn good. If you saw my video earlier, I did find another one of them 30ml bottles. They wanted like, I think $14, $15 for it. And I found it across the street from where I live here for $10. It was on clearance. But I didn't need it because I have the 100ml bottle. So $21.99. See, that's not bad. CK Reveal. You kind of throw me off because you said CJ Reveal. Yeah, you mean this guy? Yep. And this thing here is super sweet. I haven't sprayed this in months, like since last year sometime. And I can still smell it coming through the atomizer. This thing will give you a headache if you spray on too much. And you cannot wear this in the summertime I wouldn't even recommend this in the springtime. It has to be fall and winter to wear this thing. Cause in the heat, you will choke yourself and everybody else the fuck out around you. When I first sprayed this. I love the scent because, as y'all know, I love sweet fragrances. But god damn, that shit is sweet as hell, man. I'm telling you, this is sweeter than this is sweeter than damn Invictus and what's the other one? 1 million. It's sweeter than all of that to me. It smells great. That shit is like fucking syrup, man. Like for real. I like it. And out of all the Calvin Klein fragrances that I have touched with or smelled with my nose or touched with my hands, I like this one probably the most out of all of them. But I don't wear it that much because it's so damn strong. I think that's about what I paid for mine, about $20 for reveal. And I want to say I bought it from TJ Maxx. Now, when I was in Marshalls, they did have 1 million Lucky, but I already have that one. I bought that from TJ Maxx when they first, when I saw it here around Christmas time. And I wasn't going to let that one pass. Now, I think it was Lamal that I saw and I passed on it. It was in a gift set, and I thought it was too high, but I found a smaller bottle for like $30. So I'm glad I have that now. I think so far, I think so far the only I don't think I've ever smelled Rocawear Evolution. The only Ferragamo that I have that I don't really care much for is this guy. And this is the one that looks like the bottle is twisted. I don't really like this one. It's too peppery for me. Uh, it's kind of a gentlemanly type scent, but it's just not. It's not my cup of tea. That thing has so much like spice and pepper to it. It's got sweetness in it, but it's just not my style. I just don't rock it like that. I just like it because of the bottle, how it looks twisted. Another one that I got in the collection not too long ago, I kept trying to find and it was always out of stock. That's also um, super sweet. That'll give your ass a headache and put you in a diabetic coma. Is Salvatore Ferragamo Uomo. If you've never smelled this one, and you spray this on your skin or a tester strip or whatever, soon as you spray it, do not put it straight to your nose. Give it a second, let it dry, and then smell it, because this thing will give you an instant headache. It's a beautiful fragrance. It got that tiramisu um, in it, and it's good. It's a gourmand fragrance. I like it. You can't wear this in the spring or the summertime. It has to be cool weather, fall and winter. This thing will give you and everybody around you a headache. And I love sweet fragrances, and that thing almost gave me a headache too. I actually think it's sweeter than CK Reveal, to be honest. But it's nice. It's very nice. I like it. Anyway, yeah, exactly. It smells like a coffee house. It smells straight like coffee house and reminds you of donuts and cakes and danishes and cookies and all kinds of shit when you walk in them places, man. That's just what it reminds you of. It's a great fragrance. Women like it, but you cannot spray too much of that. It only takes 2, maybe 3 sprays max to get you through the day. Um, Anything beyond that, you playing with your life and everybody else's life. And people are probably gonna hate your ass, especially if they sit next to you. All right, y'all. It look like our viewers are dwindling down. We're down to 4. Conversation is slowing up, so I'm gonna bow out gracefully. Yeah, all of those are delicious. Trust me. You must ain't seen my stomach, bro. For real, for real. I be getting it in. Um, but I'm about to bow out gracefully right now. If I decide to do something later, I may do a video on this Invictus Aqua just to do a full presentation on it. But it was good talking to you guys. You always have good convo when we're on here. Like I said before, this is our channel. You guys can say what you want. Um, Talk about what you want. It is what it is. I appreciate you guys from the bottom of my heart. And I'm out.